Welcome back to the Ironman. Last time we had a horrendous grind at Helwyr to get one of the biggest upgrades on the account so far, the Cywirs wand and orb. And today we're setting our eyes on unlocking the ability codex that turns them into the powerhouse worthy of over 1,000 Helwyr Kills. Greater Concentrated Blast drops from Kerapac in the Elder God Wars dungeon. A dungeon that we have access to now, but offers a progression system in the form of the Pontifex ring that unlocks better drop rates, supply drops in the form of Elder Troves, and some mechanical advantages in the boss fights. So we want to turn our sights on the City of Centiston quest and the rest of the Elder Gods quest line in order to start working on that progression system. But before we dive into that, I want to first extend an invitation to each and every one of you to come join us over on the Twitch stream at CritRS if you're interested in catching up with the Iron live or just generally hanging out. And more importantly, I want to extend you an invitation to the RS3 Titans clan, where whether you're a Snowflake account that just wants to hang out or you want to get involved in some group bossing, everyone is welcome to just come, chill out, and have the best time they can playing this game we all love. But for now, back to the video. But first, we'll rejoin ourselves where we left off after finishing up the Helwyr grind. Okay, hand in 10 shards, and we got a lucky dragonkin coin, which is 8 mil. I have no idea what this does. Wait, what? Hang on, that's an announcement? What even is this thing? After going that dry on Helwyr, we just got a 1 in 15k. You need 99 summoning to rub this coin. Okay, we have a dart to use. So I feel like I've just used up my RNG. Which means this is probably gonna be dwarf weed seeds or something. But let's go quickly dart KK. Today is my lucky day. You know what? If the shop's still open, I have never bought a lottery ticket in my life, but maybe today's the day. Meanwhile... What? What the heck? What is today? I have darted 5 KK and I now have dual Drygor maces. This has a 9 prayer bonus? Do I just go kill one Archglacior and see if I get the book? Okay, that did... You know, that somehow wasn't as bad as it could have gone. Anyway, I'm not going to do too much Archglacior before we get Extinction done, because, I mean, with kill times like that, I'm going to be getting a Wen Trove every 1 or 2 kills. Before we can start thinking about upgrading the Pontifex Shadow Ring, we first need to get it. So it's time to start working on the prereqs for the City of Centiston quest. So I'm going to be doing a lot of archaeology, I feel like. I mean, especially because I want to get some better perks on it. Like, look at this perk. P2E2. What is this, 2014? 25th? I don't even remember when Invention was added. But this is what I'm rocking at the moment. P2E2 and then Planted Feet on the orb. Because I'm going to disassemble this orb and move the Planted Feet over to the Sun Spear when I get Ancient Invention. Yeah, the story of this quest is actually really, really good. If anyone hasn't played it yet, it's one of the ones I don't recommend. Or I recommend not just following a quick guide if you've not done it before. Okay, needle skip's done. XP lamp goes in Herblore. Kerapac has stolen the needle and run off to Orphan. And now we get Karos's Clue Carrier. Yay, bank space, woohoo. 60k Herblore XP, woohoo. Anyway, Kerapac is now enslaved by Jazz once again, but he's not gonna sacrifice the entire world. So, bad for him, less bad for us. There we go, 3 quest points, 20k archaeology, 20k necromancy XP. I'm probably going to put that in. And the remote totem base, which if we want to go do some mining and what's the other piece from? It's from mining and, oh yeah, selling animals in the ranch at a time. now we have a few weird quests that used to be mini quests or even lore activities that got promoted into full quests, such as Desperate Creatures and Raksha the Shadow Colossus. So I'm going to knock both of these out, but I don't really have much to say on them because, again, they were... Well, Desperate Creatures was a lore activity before it got promoted, and it didn't really change in any way, so it's not really much to talk about. Okay, after doing all the prerequisite mini quests, now let's do Azanadra's quest. This is the last quest before we get to do City of Centiston. There's another mini quest to do after it, annoyingly, but this one we go and search out the Elder God eggs, I believe. So yeah, as I was saying, this quest is all about finding the eggs of the Elder Gods, and would you believe it, they're in a place called the Heart of Gelenor. I'm shocked. And there we go, Azanadra's quest complete. Oh, that is a long one, but some pretty nice XP for it. Archaeology is always appreciated, and an XP lamp that can go in anything, obviously going in Herblore. Now, before we can do City of Centiston, we need to knock out Battle of the Monolith, and I'll be honest, that is basically a 1 hour bank standing quest, so let's just skip straight to City of Centiston at this point. I know I said we'd skip to City of Centiston, but I just wanted to show that I legit was not kidding when I said this quest was just bank standing. This is what I'm going to be doing 4 times during this quest. Putting some NPCs in position, hitting start, cutting some gems, and that's it. And that is City of Centiston complete. 50k archaeology XP, don't mind if I do. 50k magic XP, well that's kinda a drop in the ocean. But 4 new ancient magic spells, and we can now restore the Pontifex Shadow Ring, which is, until you make it a passive, the best ring. But yeah, now we're going to be doing quite a lot of our magic with ancients, I think, assuming I can keep up with the blood rune cost of using Exsanguinate. The TLDR with Exsanguinate, if you don't want to completely destroy your blood rune supply, is that you drop Rack out of your rotation. Okay, Observation Ring. So this is Tier 1 Luck, 1% Divination XP. Ooh. Free Div XP. Don't mind if I do. Increased spawn rate of Chronicle Fragments, Rock Opportunities, and active time of Time Sprites. And then Pontifex Shadow Ring is a Tier 2 Luck Ring. And can teleport us to the Centiston Cathedral. But yeah, basically Zamorak accused Saren of, like, kind of just having the gods trapped there in a permanent state of just having to feed the eggs to stop them hatching, I'm assuming? And Zamorak was like, heck no, I got shit to do. Anyway, reward for that is actually an archaeology relic, which I believe it gives you like 10% more healing from food or something? Yeah, food and potions heal 10% more. And there we go, Extinction has been complete. 700k XP, which is going to be going straight into Herblore. Warped Gem. Recover. I mean, that doesn't really say what the Warped Gem does, but this will turn our Ring of Vigor into a passive, which is really nice. We can upgrade our Pontifex Shadow Ring, and then we get access to all the skilling stuff on Anachronia. So, making din arrows, basically. Apothecary, that'll be Herblore. Contribute all. You must build a station. There we go. It has 185k Herblore XP stored in it. And I would choose Herblore over crafting here. We basically contribute leaves, I believe it is, to get Herblore XP. Anyway, now we can combine this Warp Gem with our Ring of Vigor, and boom, it is now a passive. Okay, we can now upgrade our Pontifex Shadow Ring. Oh, we literally just right-click and view it. And it is now a Tier 3 Luck Ring with a free prayer bonus. 2% boost to unique drops at Elder God Wars. We now have to make this ring passive. So I need to get 6,000 of each of the anima. So I already have the Bic anima done. Oh yeah, on the note of Bic, I may as well go show this off. Oh, it's tier 1? Okay, basically you can come over here and just gather from a node, and it'll give you a trove. I don't know why it's tier 1. It should be tier 3 now. Right, okay. You need to charge it with 1,000 anima of 3 different types, and then you start getting tier 3 Elder Troves. Okay. We need to go and get 6,000 Jazz anima, basically. So, to do that, we're just gonna kill Node and Dragonkin. Excuse me? 1 KC Dwarf Multi-Cannon Upgrade Kit. I don't know what would be more epic. Getting an Oldak Coil upgrade kit off these guys, or getting G-Conk in, like, however many Kerapac kills it's going to take us for 6k. What the heck? What? I have them both. I don't... all I need to get now is the Kinetic Cyclone one for the Slayer log, but in terms of actually useful ones, I'm done. As soon as I left Helwyr, this account just turned into like the most spooned account in the game. It was 100% worth getting the 1,000 anima on these guys. I should definitely Vuln and G-Conk. Not Vuln and G-Conk. I should Vuln and G-Stuff before going into this phase in the future. I'm not making that. No. What am I missing? Obviously, Devotion. That's like... Actually, that is huge for P4, not having Devotion. Oh, well, we just got Sacrifice. So they're not all unlocked at the same time. But 1 out of 3 down. I don't know if Transfigure is even valuable at all. Has that trend died? Hey, there it is. Devotion unlocked. That was actually super quick, just doing it here. Oh, do I just try and send 1 kill? I would end up using a Blood Reaver pouch. Do I want to use Crypt Bloom? Not Crypt Bloom. Do I want to use Animate Dead? I have Gano boots, I have Gano gloves, I can make the visor. I could start smoke clouding as well. That... How stupid does it look? Go to a boss with this many runes in the inventory. Also, wait, can I technically spellbook swap? Oh god, okay, that needs 3 more runes, never mind. I did not smoke cloud this guy at the end of P3, or at the start of P3 even. But there we go. First Kerapac kill on the Ironman. This gear is absolutely terrible for this. Well, we managed to get a Kerapac kill, however it doesn't tick the marks of being consistent nor reliable. And to be honest, going through nearly an entire inventory of sharks every kill is definitely not sustainable, so it's time to make some more upgrades. Taking a look at our current gear, it doesn't take much to figure out what slots need upgrading the most. I am still rocking Lunas in the gloves, amulet, and ring slot, so let's take a look at those and see if we can't upgrade them. Okay, the first item on our wish list is Cinder Banes, and in order to work towards those, I'm going to utilize a method generally known as Slayer point boosting, where you get 9 tasks from Jacqueline, and then you do any task streak that is a multiple of 10 at Laniakea. This gives you either 110 or every 50th task, 330 Slayer points for every real task you do, and it basically just means that you can be a lot more selective with the tasks you do. Say you wanted to force specific tasks like Creatures of the Lost Grove, for instance. However, in order to actually do this method, you need 300 quest points, so you can block 6 of Jacqueline's tasks. Ideally, you have 400, so you can block 8 of them, but that only increases the efficiency a bit, and that's 100 extra quest points that I don't really want to do right now. So we need 16 more quest points, and to start working on those, I'm gonna look towards getting some more other useful niche unlocks on the account. We are pretty close to unlocking the Master Farmer outfit, and that pairs well with something known as Rapid Growth, which is a Seren spell unlocked by the quest The Light Within. So that's the plan for today. We are going to go and complete The Light Within. We have a few requirements, such as Missing Presumed Death and Fate of the Gods, which are two pretty good quests to get done out the way anyway, so let's go start with those. And there we go, Fate of the Gods completed. 100k Divination XP and 100k Slayer. 75k Agility. This quest gives so much good XP. Why did I not do this sooner? I should have definitely done this sooner. And there we go, meeting history complete. So now we are all ready to go and send The Light Within. After getting some Helwyr XP, obviously. Well, we need a crystal flask for The Light Within, so I've used my banner to boost up to 89, and we're just going to make all of our crystal sandstone into flasks. And I'll be honest, I didn't realize these were 150 XP each. I probably should have been mining that crystal flex sandstone quite a while ago. You don't need a stupid amount of crystal flasks compared to potion flasks, but 150 XP per craft, I am not going to turn that down. No, sir. Well, with all the requirements done and our inventory full of all the items we need, let's send The Light Within. And that is The Light Within complete. Look at this XP. 90k Agility, Crafting, Herblore, Slayer, Woodcutting, Divination, and Prayer. Those are all amazing skills for Ironman to get XP in. However, even more amazing are the Seren spells and prayers. Now, these are spells and prayers available in the Ancient Curses and Ancient Spellbook respectively, and they tend to focus a bit more towards skilling than combat. So you have stuff like Superheat Form, which is a buff to smelting, and something we actually have access to thanks to getting a Dark Onyx core from a Wildy event is the Dark Facet of Grace, which is a buff to our Grace of the Elves, which gives it the effect, when worn, that Seren prayers will not drain prayer points. So these become super nice to use. Currently, wearing the Grace of the Elves, we halve the drain rate, so we'd need like prayer renewals or something while doing smithing. If we make that Dark Onyx core into a Dark Facet of Grace, we won't need to use any supplies at all to take advantage of these. So that is definitely something on our mind for before we go for another smithing grind, or maybe woodcutting in the future. And what perfect timing to get The Light Within done. We are about to make the full Master Farmer's outfit. So this buffs one of the Seren spells, which is known as Rapid Growth, which allows you to basically advance a growth stage on a patch. You can use it on each patch once a day, but with the Master Farmer's outfit, you can use it on each patch twice a day. However, I'm not interested in using it on patches. I'm going to be using this in Het's Oasis. Something else worth pointing out about this outfit is it actually buffs our farm runs, so it gives us 10% chance for double herbs, and 10% chance for extra fruits and berries from fruit trees and bushes. So more coconuts, more poison ivy berries, and more herbs, which is all round great. However, for now, we're going to be going over what Rapid Growth gets us. So these bushes in Het's Oasis can be Rapid Growthed to advance them all the way to the point of being able to be picked. And there we go, payoff immediately. Golden Roses is what we are here for. But the Golden Roses basically are a 1 to 1.125 ratio or something from a Golden Rose to a Penance Powder. And that's the main thing we want. Penance Powders are amazing when doing AFK combat training or AFK Slayer. They can combine with Soul Split to make a lot of training very, very AFK. And when I trained Necromancy on my main, they were basically being used the entire time. So getting a nice stock of those is very much on our want list. Let's just say these 3 Golden Roses is an hour and a half of Penance Powder, and this takes me like 2 minutes to do every day. So it's definitely a favorable time trade. 3 Golden Roses on our first go. Keep doing this for a while. go catch a bunch of the golden whirligigs, get some hunter XP and penance powders, and that will be very, very nice for AFKing stuff in the future. Okay, we have 9 quest points to get, and thankfully, there's actually 9 very useful quests for me to do. The first one of which is Broken Home, which annoyingly you actually need to do twice to get the reward I'm after. I want the Asylum Surgeon's Ring. It's a level 85 ring that requires 85 defense. A defense level for a ring is a bit of an odd requirement now I think about it. But it has some pretty good stats, and it also has a passive effect to sometimes refund your adren whenever you use a threshold ability. Given that we're kinda closing in on getting an EOF soon, we're gonna have a way to spend excess adren, so any way we can find to generate extra is gonna be pretty useful. There we go, all 3 challenges have been completed in one run, and I don't think I even got the 10 minutes remaining message during that. It should be in yellow. Yeah, I didn't even get the 10 minutes remaining message, so that took me less than 27 minutes. Even with how quick I'm getting at this quest, it still feels so long every time. Probably because you have to do it 2 times every account. Anyway, we don't need the Doctor's Ring. Boom, Asylum Surgeon's Ring. 21 damage bonus in all styles, 10% chance to save adrenaline when using threshold abilities. Anyway, I'm gonna throw all these lamps into crafting, surprisingly. I really want to get 93 crafting, and I don't want to sit at harps for an entire week to get it, so I'm kinda just lamping it at this point. Not the most efficient thing I could do long term, I imagine. However, there is 88 crafting, 5 more levels to go, and then we can make everything in the game. We can make our Souls Ammy, our EOF. And on the note of Amulet, the next quests I'm going to be doing is to upgrade my Amulet. So I'm making an EOF. That means I'm skipping over a Souls Ammy, and I'm going to have to get like 300 more Reaper points to make that. So I'm going to want a placeholder amulet. And while the Lunar Amulet's fine for magic, it has no stats for the other styles, and I would kind of just like one amulet I can use on all styles, and there's one that fits the bill perfectly. A quest, one of a kind, offers us the Dragon Rider Amulet, which not only has decent stats for all the combat styles, it also has a buff to Dragon Breath, which, considering we're focusing on magic, that seems like an ideal one to go for while we continue working towards getting 900 Reaper points for our EOF, and then we can continue using it when we don't want to use the EOF, say for Slayer and such. Basically, you only want to use EOF at bossing, because it's pretty expensive to maintain. Okay, we'll have to ignore the fact that we've just been questing with this guy, but Hannibus has finally been freed from his statue. I'm pretty sure I just saw you yesterday. Also, for more continuity problems, my character has no idea who Kerapac is right now. Just the guy who tried to end the world and all. And there is a one-of-a-kind complete. 80k summoning XP. We've actually got a surprising amount of summoning XP today. Dungeoneering XP is nice too. Magic XP a little bit wasted, but what isn't wasted is this Dragon Rider Amulet. Okay, we need 5 more quest points, and there are 2 quests that have similar uses. We've upgraded our ring slot, we've upgraded our necklace slot, and now it's time to go over the cape slot. 2 Tazar quests, the Elder Kiln and Brink of Extinction. They give us 5 quest points, and the Elder Kiln unlocks the ability to do the Fight Kiln and get the second best in slot capes for all 4 styles. And the Brink of Extinction allows us to make obsidian armor, which is going to be incredibly useful for doing the Zck encounter a bit down the line. And that is the Elder Kiln complete. The Tockle's O gives us a 10% damage boost fighting against lava or obsidian creatures, which does work in the Zck encounter, against everyone except Zck himself. And there we go, for 300 quest points, Brink of Extinction is complete. Nearly 300k combat XP, 100k mining, the Tazar title, which keeps overwriting my title. But we can also access the Fight Cauldron, and by extension, get obsidian shards and create obsidian armor, which then also allows us to donate Toggle for even more damage reduction on top of the damage reduction that the Obsidian Armor already offers in the Fight Caves, Fight Kiln, and the Zck encounter. This one is going to be big when we go for the Zck Cape. Oh, there's dragons. There is dragons. Is it time to try and scrape 3D2? I mean, it's better to try it earlier than later, right? There we go. First Astalon kill. Okay, that was harder than expected. Okay, we have made it. We have made it to the entire reason we came here. Hydrax Dragons. These guys are going to be a whopping when we get this kill. Move out the way of that before you get murdered. 17,000 Slayer XP each. Oh, wait, hang on. Have they? Oh. No, they have patched this. They have patched the Hydrax Dragons. The Hydrax Dragons now open this gate and cause these ones to despawn. Despite them changing how Hydrax Dragons work in ED2, we actually can still do Dragon and Gemstone Dragon tasks at Hydrax Dragons for our best possible XP rates right now. However, that first needs us to get 101 Slayer, so naturally we did this by mostly forcing Greater Demon tasks. And there we go, 101 Slayer. We can now kill Hydrax Dragons. Okay, about the task system, there is Karumja Gloves free and another Antique Lamp for, oh, only 10k XP, okay. XP for these ain't amazing. But Karumja Gloves free, when worn, ability to use the ladder to access the underground. Wait, you need to wear them to go down there? When upgraded, teleport to the underground portion of the Shallow Village mining site, free entrance to the Brimhaven dungeon, and access to Gemstone Dragons as a Slayer task. Millennia Care, Gemstone Dragons or Dragons, go. What do I pick? Those are the two good ones. Gemstones are more XP. Spent a bunch of hours getting them today. Yep, we're definitely taking them. This is definitely me iron memeing this up. I'm gonna be toggling Scribshot on and off near the end of each kill. Also, only 73% accuracy is kind of sad. Last Hydrax Dragon of the night. This task actually, it requires enough focus that it's kind of, it doesn't fall in the chill category. But it's also like, other than Greater Demons. Actually, no, this is the best Slayer XP I can get. Greater Demons are second. But yeah, with how good that is, I don't think I have any reason to keep doing stuff like Abyssal Demons or Corrupted Creatures. I'll do Nightmare Creatures because those are still pretty good. Gemstone Dragons. Do I just go Chin somewhere real quick to get 87 range and we try and range these boys? You just got robbed? And look at this beast. Isn't that just the cleanest gear you've ever seen? Two bows to the point where we have more damage potential or accuracy with decimation than we did with magic. Yeah, they are getting destroyed. Like, I'll turn on Anguish for a kill and we will hit 100% accuracy. Okay, 99%. That's all but 100%. Okay, there's the 100%. I was expecting this to be, like, maybe comparable to magic, given that we are 12 levels lower. Also, I'm getting 770k Slayer XP an hour now. So, to give a rough estimate, we've increased our kill speed by nearly 33%. There we go, 104 Slayer. We have now unlocked Lost Grove creatures. There it is, Creatures of the Lost Grove. Now we're going to go in and we're going to prefer that. Yes, that's how lazy I want to make this. The lazier you can make a grind, the easier it is to do it for more and more hours. Wait, what? We only needed to do 2 tasks. We're done already. Basically, anything that's poisonable, these are the best in slot gloves. I'm gonna anger everyone in clan with this. I was so prepared to get the Elven Ritual Shard early and then go like, you know, over 1,500 kills basically for the Cinder Banes. Because, you know, that's kind of what the experience is with these guys. 139 Kerapac. There we go. That was significantly better. And I used so little food, I can't even pick up all the loot. Okay, we are feeling the pain of not having 93 crafting, so it's time to build up the crafting station in the Dream of Aya. And if I contribute all my resources, we now have 185k crafting XP stored here. So if we just click, we now get AFK crafting XP. Okay, my 4th drop from using the tannery in the Dream of Aya is a necklace of Salamancy. Isn't this stupid rare? Okay, now we're up to 90 crafting. We're going to go through all of our red sandstone, turn it into robust glass, and then turn all that robust glass into potion flasks. Okay, we've gone through all our different types of molten glass. We've made our crystal flasks, our potion flasks, turned all our molten glass into empty light orbs, and that's put us a little bit into 91 crafting. So now we've just got to find about 1.3 mil more crafting XP somehow. That is quite a lot of time. That's like 26 hours if I were to do it at harps, so I don't really want to do that. So I'm definitely looking forward to speeding this up with penguins. Today is Tuesday, so we can do a couple penguin runs today with a reset token. Okay, this week's penguins are done, so let's buy 10 huge lamps and just throw them all into crafting. That didn't even get us to 92. We're at least close, but still got some ways to go. I'll at least pick up a large lamp because I've got the extra points. Why not? Okay, the second to last level, 92 crafting. We can now make Ganodermic leggings without boosting? That's actually kind of nice to be able to do. We can make Elite Dracolich, but the main thing at this level is actually what we get by being able to boost. By going to 98, we can now make the Ganodermic poncho, which means we now have access to full Ganodermic. Okay, the supplies have run completely dry, so now I'm just going to pick up 3 huge XP lamps from Chuck, and we are going to throw them straight into crafting, which should hit us 93 crafting, which unlocks some useful things, but we can now boost to 99 crafting and make the Essence of Finality amulet. Okay, +6, there we go. So we'll make a Hydrax amulet. Use the ball of wool to make a strong Hydrax amulet. Enchant it into an amulet of souls. And then no, don't craft the alchemical Hydrax. Combine into an Essence of Finality. So I am starting off with a Zami staff in the UF. It uses the same amount of Adren as a Gothic staff to do the same amount of damage, but instead of draining defense and increasing hit chance, it reduces the target's chance to hit by 5% and drains their magic level. So the idea there being that against Kerapac, where you don't need the defense drain, just using Zambi stuff on him a few times for damage, you'll end up like reducing the damage he does to you. And the mage one always starts off blue. Well, I'm so glad I didn't die there. That's a book upgrade. I might get hated for this, but that only could have been better if it was G-Conk. We have like 7 hours of jazz. This is the point where I would put a montage of us doing far too many Kerapac kills and going stupidly dry and getting trolled very many times. But it only happened once. No. Wait. Yes! It is! Ah! I got double trolled. I got double trolled. Yes, G-Conk. Oh my god, that is so freaking spooned. Well, the grind itself may have been a bit anticlimactic. However, the amount of progress we made this episode definitely wasn't. We've picked up 2 best in slot items in the Cinder Bane gloves and the Essence of Finality. We now have G-Conk available to us. You may have noticed we started using overloads, and our gear does not have any pieces of Luna left in it at all. And to top it all off, with only a week left to go, we only need to get Ancient Invention and a Zck Cape to hit our target for being Sanctum ready. However, with a week left to go, maybe we could pick on something a little bigger.